What's going on YouTube? JT Born here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Absolute Power issue number 15. This one is written by Joshua Williamson with art and colors done by Jamal Campbell. My goodness, how much have I missed Jamal Campbell on this book? Although I did hear some awesome news that Dan Mora is going to be taking over Superman in October. It's like, but I also really love what Jamal Campbell is doing. But you can't go wrong with Dan Mora. I think is probably the best artist at DC Comics right now, who just can't miss like whatever he does. So I'm looking forward to seeing him on the book, but I do wonder where Jamal Campbell will go, because I think Jamal Campbell's been kind of perfect for Superman right now. But this is an Absolute Power tie-in, but this is a decent one, I think. I think the artwork by Jamal Campbell looks fantastic. Perfect artist for a Superman book. But we show flashbacks to Clark as a kid running his own little magic show, and it kind of ties into something that's going to appear like later on. But I like the idea of Clark as a kid making his little magic show, just, you know, in front of like Jonathan and Martha Kent. There's something just kind of inherently like sweet and innocent about it that just is really well done. But anyway, so they've also been operating on, because as you know, in the first issue of Absolute Power, Superman got shot, and now he's kind of in a dire straits, and you know, the powers have been taken away from all the different characters throughout DC. And you got the whole Amazobots and all that, and Amanda Waller's doing her power grab, and yada yada yada. Green Arrow's also kind of working for her. So we got that going around. There's a curfew in place. If you're a vigilante, then you're kind of at risk. One of them, of course, is Zatanna, but, you know, she can't quite use her magic. But what is she going to do? Well, don't you remember how her and Bruce had a little thing when they were younger? Like, he learned from her dad. So Bruce actually taught her how to fight, which makes sense. I mean, they had this connection since they were younger. I mean, she should know how to do things outside of just utilizing her magic power. So this feels kind of believable. But of course, she eventually gets outnumbered. She's not going to be the level of combat of some of these other DC characters, because, you know, she's primarily a magic user. But she is inevitably saved by Mercy Graves and kind of taken to the Fortress of Solitude, where we have all these different characters in there. I wonder what's going on with Beast Boy and Raven. Is this after her whole mind control sort of stuff going on there? Is this like after that whole Tom Taylor thing? Because a lot of the stuff like led right into Absolute Power. I don't really know at this point. I guess I got to read the latest issue of Titans to kind of see things. But yeah, there's some distrust amongst the characters. Superman puts the black suit on, which is his recovery suit, so it's a nice means to kind of get that back. Zatanna asks him to go with him on this little mission, this kind of like hidden world of sorts, like between worlds or whatever, the Dark Roads, basically as a direct path to Amanda Waller, which I think is, you know, kind of a neat, cool looking concept and idea right here. So because they also, and also Clark asks Mercy Graves to try and find someone for her, and that's, you know, John Kent. So meanwhile, we have some of the other characters like Jimmy Olsen, Silver Banshee, Lena Luthor, and Lex Luthor, who, if you remember, lost his marbles a little bit. His mind is all jumbled all over the place after the events of House of Brainiac, so they got to find a means to kind of bring that back. Great looking artwork, like I said, by Jamal Campbell. And then Peacemaker and Peace Wrecker and all that show up to do their things. They were looking for one of Lex Luthor's like super suits, but as the issue ends, we see Lois Lane is, of course, all armored up, ready at war to kind of stop to fight in. So in terms of the tie-ins that I've read so far between this and Batman, I like this one a lot more. I think, like I said, it molded in quite well. I think because Williamson's had the whole House of Brainiac thing, so he kind of tied into this event a little bit better. And I think so far, like, his work on Superman has been some of his best stuff. So great looking artwork by Jamal Campbell. I like the kind of sweet, innocent moments of Clark as a kid. I like seeing Zatanna use her fists and not necessarily her magic to rely on. Shows she's more than just, you know, a magic user as a character. She does have some hand-to-hand combat skills, which makes sense because she had a long-standing relationship with Bruce Batman. Of course, he would teach her some stuff. Like, it makes total sense why she'd be able to do that. So, and it's done believably. So yeah, some good aspects to it. Of course, Clark getting a chance to put on the black suit again. It's always cool to see that if you can find a story means to do so. And him and Zatanna are gonna have to team up, and we got Lois in a mech suit ready to fight and kick some ass. And I love to see that from time to time. All right, well, that's all I have to say about Superman issue number 16, which is an Absolute Power tie-in. And this is a pretty good one overall. I don't think there's been a bad issue in the Superman run so far, so we'll see what happens in the next issue. But in the meantime, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Be sure to share this video with your friends, all the other fun stuff. I got 2 more DC comic reviews, but I haven't had a chance to read them yet, so I'll probably get those out tomorrow at this time. But yeah, looking forward to speaking on them. Also, it's weird seeing DC books on a Wednesday now. I kind of miss them being on Tuesday, but they had to change it for whatever reason. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, well, that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.